Alrighty, welcome into a Getting Technical solo game breakdown brought to you by Better and Green. Nice one on tonight's card, Wyatt, for a Monday. We have a 9 o'clock Eastern Big 12 matchup, ESPN special here. The third-ranked Houston Cougars and the fifth-ranked Iowa State Cyclones. As of now, the rankings are going to change here in within the hour, so it's still going to be a top 10 matchup, maybe still a top 5 matchup. So really good one on deck here. We just saw Iowa State have a big game on Saturday. I know you loved that game, and I hopped on, kind of tailed you with that. But yeah, really exciting matchup here on deck. We'll get right into it. We have Iowa State as a 2.5-point home favorite, over under 134.5. I'm going to send it to you here. Which way are you breaking down Houston and Iowa State?
Yeah, I'd like to first start by saying I'm getting a little hot in college basketball here. Getting a little hot. I don't like this game as much as I've liked the games this past weekend where I, like I said, did pretty well in college basketball. I actually won, like you said, pretty big on Iowa State, beating Kansas, smoking Kansas. And I did win betting against Houston on Saturday. I did take a risky play on that Kansas State team on the cover against Houston because of this game on deck. But this is a tricky situation here. Obviously, we see the higher ranked team or the lower ranked team, whatever you want to call it, Iowa State as a favorite, which is, gets me and your heads kind of in the direction I would assume on Iowa State here. But it's just a tough game here. Houston has a huge game on deck. They play Houston this weekend. After that, they play Kansas. Iowa State off that huge win against Kansas. They then play BYU this weekend. So it's a weird game where there are obvious look-ahead spots, but it's a top 5 matchups. I don't know how much of a look-ahead or how much of a hangover Iowa State's going to be on after that win against Kansas. So it's a tricky game for me. I would lean Iowa State, so I'll give out Iowa State. I actually went a very tricky and what I think genius route in this game here. I actually went over to Fanatics. Shout out Kendall Jenner. I hate it when you open your Fanatics app and she just pops up, but they have 30% boosts on this game. And I got a little crazy here. So hear me out. Not both bets can't win, but I love the under in this game. The under is the total is 134.5. I do like the under. I think it's to be a low scoring game. Houston, obviously a very defensive team. Iowa State is a little bit more offensive than they have been in the past, but still notoriously a defensive team. So I like the under here, but my two bets with 30% boosts on each side, I took Houston to win by 1-10 and Iowa State to win by 1-10. If this game is within 10 points, I minimally win. I think it's like $25 max bets. So you can't, put $100 on it. But I think I minimally win like $28 if this game is within 10 points. So that's the route I went. I like the under. I lean Iowa State. I just can't bet the 2.5. It's a tricky spot for me. So I'm just banking on the game going to be within double digits here. I guess I could be at 10 on the dot and still win. I don't really know who's going to win. I got risky. So if it's within 10 points, I guarantee myself, $27 or whatever. If Houston gets it between 1 and 10, I think I win like $43. So not a normal betting route for me, but I think that I did place it. So that's what I'm be rocking with, just hoping for a close game. You can on DraftKings take either team to win by 1-5. And there is a boost on DraftKings. There's a boost on FanDuel. If you guys do need sportsbooks deposit matches, make sure you do check out Better Green. There's a bunch of boosts. It's the biggest game of the day. So a bunch of boosts out there. But I did take either team by 1-5. Don't hit it in overtime bets here, but I'm not going to place it. I'm just going to hope that's a low scoring 2 to 3 point win by either team here. For my sake, hopefully Houston wins so I get a little bit more money, but I really like it. And again, it might be stupid. I know I kind of just blabbered there, and I don't suggest doing this often, but I think this is a good game to do a little either team 1-10. Again, that is on Fanatics with 30% boosts. But if you just want my prediction, I would say Iowa State on the slightest of leans for me.
Yeah, so I'm going to just dissect what you just said. So,
yes, I think I rambled there.
Lean Iowa State. You bet it to stay within 10 either way.
Yep.
And you're not going to bet overtime. This is Iowa State by 11 in overtime written all over it.
Damn it.
But no, I do like where your head's at. I think the under is a good play as well. I would be shocked if someone wins this game by double digits. I like Houston in this game. That's the way I'm going to lean. And really, we meant to go live on Saturday. I'll say that here, but had technical difficulties. So I was really looking forward to talking to you about some of these games. And then you ended up texting me that you loved Iowa State. I thought you were going to make it, a big unit play. You ended up doing so. And that got me looking deeper. I had kind of passed over it initially. It didn't jump off the page. And then once I started digging deeper, I too really started to like Iowa State. It's just a 1-unit play for me, but an easy cash. But part of the reason why I did like Iowa State, and I've mentioned this in the past, not this year, but mostly last year and in football, when a team is starting a run against these ranked opponents, I really expect that first game to be a big effort game because, you can't drop 3 in a row. If you can get the first one, at least you win one. And, if it doesn't go so well in the next 2, but you can just kind of breathe easy after that first win. So Iowa State gets it. They were at home against Kansas, a team they had already beaten. Now they play against Houston, where, Houston's been at the top of college basketball for, 6 years now, maybe even more. And yeah, they do have the number 1 team in the country on deck. As of now, that's going to flip. I'm sure Michigan ends up being the number 1 team this week. But, I just don't think it's as big of a look ahead for a Houston team as it would be for somebody else who just is good this year but hasn't been good for so long. Houston's they've been the number 1 team this year and other years. They've played other teams that have been number 1. So I just don't know that that's like a huge look ahead spot for them. And they're starting their 3-game series here with 3 ranked teams: Iowa State, Arizona, and Kansas. So I think there's some urgency here for Houston. I think there's a bit of a letdown factor for Iowa State off the massive win against Kansas. And yeah, they still have BYU on deck. So a touch of a look ahead spot for Iowa State. But yeah, it's kind of like you said, not a game that I'm overly intrigued by, but just think the spot here for Houston's a little bit better. It's a team that's been there, done that. I don't expect them to get phased by, a big matchup. They've been in plenty over the last few years, including this year. Iowa State's been decent too, but it's been a few years since they've been quite this good. So I like Houston with the experience of this team in these big matchups and the spot of them starting their 3-game, schedule with ranked opponents where Iowa State already got that first win, have 2 left. So I like Houston plus the 2.5, but I also don't hate your angle of either team winning by 1 to 10. And I do lean on the under as well.
Yeah. For my sake, hopefully Houston, like I said, wins, and I win a little bit more on that. That I guess is kind of a hedge bet. Do have a little one correction for a thing you said that Iowa State did lose to Kansas. Earlier this year by 21. I think you said they won, but whatever. So that was, like you said, a huge effort for Iowa State to get back in that win column. I 100% like your read here. You got to win at least 1 game in these really tough, both teams are on 3 game stretch here where they are desperately needing a win. So that was a great bounce back win for Iowa State. They get their first win in this little streak here that they have. So I like that lean 100%. So go Houston here. I like it.
Yeah, Houston by 1 to 10 and not in overtime.
Or Houston by 1 to 5.
Yes, there you go.
Win both.
Yes.
No, please no overtime. If there's overtime, I'm gonna. Oh my god! I think I bet like 10 overtime props and so close on every single one. But yeah, this could definitely be an OT game. God damn it!
Might have to throw 5 on it. Well, guys, that will wrap it for our solo game breakdown brought to you by Better and Green. Let us know in the comments which side you're on here. Do you like Houston? Do you like Iowa State? Do you like it to stay within 5-10 points? Overtime? Let us know. We'd love to hear it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the content as well. And as always, guys, hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. We're kind of in a transition period here in sports. Football now officially over. College basketball ramping up. NBA and NHL about to come back off of their break. We're going to have baseball here before you know it. NASCAR just started back up. EPL soccer, UFC, PGA. We cover everything here at Better and Green. So consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know who you like tonight. And until next time, we'll see you for another episode of Getting Technical, brought to you by Better and Green.
Welcome to Better and Green, to Better and Green, to Better and Green, listening and cash out, that's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast, Better and Green.